From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The city of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
What? 20.
59. He can't hang. He's not.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Here we go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Like 20.
59. Mike to 59. Now rush.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
What? Like 20.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Throwing on third. Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Here's second and 9. That last run. From the shotgun, Griffin. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. But now it's third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On third down, Griffin is going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd and 4.
Cut. 180. 59. We want this.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And he missed it. It's no good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. We're scoreless after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Value 3.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Goff's throw here finds Woods. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Go tonight. 20.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it going.
Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Operating from the gun. Griffin. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 11 yards there. 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Griffin. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Griffin, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on second down. Goff. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Owasor. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Griffin. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go. Let's do this.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. On the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I often.
And this is caught at the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Second and 10 now. Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Raven, Eric Weddle. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Irvin to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Here we go. Set. Turn the ending. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Kill. Check nickel. Hatchet.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Griffin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. To throw is RG3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and 2, now Griffin. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Griffin. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and a big turn. Over there as his guys will get the football back.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Goff now to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And escapes the sack. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield, and who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Switch, switch, switch.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Check 49, check 49.
Wide.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker now to add the point after. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Ravens 23, Rams 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. A big play there for LA. 63 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They can't stop me out here.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is gone. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a nice job there on special down at the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Baltimore, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they